going to help your hips warm up.
You know you're off to a bad start when you're literally lifting up the bar and you're getting a back spasm. It's not looking good, dude. You know, the bar, it can vary from place to place, but it's either 45 or 35 pounds. Oh, Blade. Yikes. He's gonna die in this gym, I believe. And you know, that would always be the motto of the biggest bodybuilders of all time. So maybe he's on to something. But I think it's a bad sign. His form throughout this video is pretty atrocious. I typically don't like to chirp people that are going to the gym because they're making an effort to change themselves, which is obviously good. But like, since that DUI video with Blade, I feel like I've really shifted away. You know, for a long time, he was just being a nonce in public and just, you know, digging his grave early. And it's like, yeah, you know, it's mostly self-inflicted items, or it's inflicted against Beck. You know, there's not a lot of outside force. The DUI video really pushed me over the edge a little bit. And at this point, Blade's what, like 40 almost? It's just like, it's too far gone. He's been drinking so heavily for over a decade. Like, his muscles are atrophying. He's not going to be able to lift anything. I don't know if he can build muscle. You know, that's the problem. But it all starts with a single step. And I guess that's where we're going to be. We're going to look over some of his exercises, see what's going on, and see if Blade can become the next Big Lenny. Let's find out.
Yeah, perfect. Good job. Yeah, that's looking really good.
I'm assuming I can back spin when I do it?
Yeah, slow down a little bit. Like, it's okay to like go like that, like to like push your hips back.
Okay.
Like you don't have to go like right down like that. But yeah, anything, just make sure it feels comfortable. Yeah, that's looking really good. I'm gonna start loading up mine.
This is actually a really good start for Blade to work out. I think if you've never worked out before and you're trying to consider working out, I think the two biggest things you can do to get yourself started are do body weight exercises and cardio. I think those two will progressively build up your muscle and get you ready to be able to move to free weights or machines or whatever you want to do. And it also helps you be able to observe other people in the gym. That's how I did it, you know. I worked out when I was in high school for sports and stuff, but over time you forget things, or there are certain exercises that you don't primarily focus on or whatever. And looking at other people and seeing what they're doing is the easiest way to learn how to use a machine or lift properly or do whatever. So him doing body weight exercises, I think, is a great start, because it's very obvious that he doesn't have any form for any exercise he does, and it's also obvious that his body is just decaying, so like he doesn't have a basis to be able to like lift anything. So might as well start with your own weight. I also like to chime in his leg wounds, man. It's looking bad, dude. Like, he's got yellowing and graying and like red marks all over his legs. It's bad, and you can tell in some of these subsequent clips that lifting is just completely painful, I'm sure, for him. So they're doing leg day today. We'll see, you know, any amount of exercise will be painful for him, so I never have gotten this guy's name. He's been on the RV for a little bit, the younger guy that's giving him tips or whatever. He's not giving him great advice, because you can see this is some of the worst form I've ever seen for somebody doing a squat. The bar isn't centered on his back. He's also holding it at two different distances. So typically when you're lifting from the back, you want your hands to be evenly placed from where your traps are. So he has one hand that's close and he has one hand that's far. And you can tell when he lifted it over his shoulders, there's something wrong with his like rotator cuffs or something, because he was in pain just lifting the bar to put over his head. So, you know, having that off balance, if he ever puts weight, he's gonna fall and he's gonna hurt himself because he's not gonna be squatting evenly. The other problem is he can't squat really at all. He doesn't have the muscle strength. And you can tell by how his feet are constantly shifting under him. He doesn't have the solid foundation to be able to squat. And I'm not really criticizing this, because squatting has been, well, since I've gotten older, squatting has been one of the harder things to keep right, you know. And I don't know if I include any of the clips, but the younger guy's doing 245s on each side for squatting, which is pretty good, especially for his size. But Blade, you know, just telling him to do whatever feels right, no. Focus on form. And part of the thing too is when he was doing the bodyweight exercises, he was leaning a little bit too far forward. You can sort of get away with that because of his gut. His gut's going to make him lean, and it's going to make him shift forward. Typically you want to be sitting vertically, but for this, everything's wrong. I don't advise him to do any of this. He doesn't stick with it for super long, which I think is beneficial for himself and for everybody around, because I'm just like sitting here waiting for him to like tear his knee or like tear his hamstring. It's just not looking good. See, he has really good form, and he mentions later on that essentially he's only been working out for like a year consistently, and he's just sort of relying on previous knowledge. He's not like a certified trainer or anything. Obviously, he's on this drinking tour with Blade. But doing 225 squat is pretty impressive, at least to me. You know, this guy probably weighs like 170 pounds. 225 is pretty good. I know it's supposed to be like 1.5 to 2 times your body weight, so like in theory he should be doing whatever, 270, something like that. But 225, if you're getting 2 plates on any exercise, I consider that pretty successful. And you can tell his form's pretty good. He's got a pretty strong base. He's actually dipping his butt back into the pocket. That's why I like to call it. You know, a lot of people will lean forward a little bit and they won't get as deep of a sink, and that's, you're cheating yourself a little bit there. I didn't think this video was going to transform into me lecturing about exercising, but hey, when in Rome, you know, when in Blade's leg wounds, you know, why not?
Please do not hate on him, guys. You know, what he's doing today is actually like really brave, like, to be completely honest. And like, I know it's not my place to say, but if y'all really care about Blade, you know, he's trying to make a change. So, I don't know, we should all respect that, appreciate that, help him keep moving on, because, yeah, I mean, that's just what I personally think, because, I mean, everybody goes through change sometimes, and that's good. So, like, I saw one comment saying he's getting beat by a 20-year-old. Look, I've been in the gym for about a year now. I wouldn't say I know what I'm doing, but I have like a familiarity with it.
You know, I might show some congratulations or some empathy, but it is Blade. Blade is a character that never shows sympathy or remorse, and he just keeps on moving on. And if that's the attitude he's going to take, that's the attitude I'm going to take. So I'm not going to show any sympathy towards him or look out for his own best interest, because he doesn't do that for other people. That being said, if he was a mystery character and you were applying this to almost anybody else, I'd be like, yeah, sure, you know, it's a first step. But like, once again, I think it's way too far gone. I don't think his body's gonna be able to take this like type of beating. I really don't. I think it's gonna be bad. You know, I think what he should have done is a lot of cardio to start, and maybe some like body weight leg exercises like he was doing in the beginning. And I think that would be it, because I think he has to lose weight and stay away from booze for a little bit and try and actually get some muscle into his body so he's not 100% fat. That way, you know, he doesn't run the risk of getting injured. We'll see how it all shapes out.
Alright, Blade disappeared, but hopefully he comes back, guys. Alright, now you feeling it? Alright, well, you're really gonna hate me. You're taking that and you're going all the way down.
All the way down?
Yep. See, this is where you get your grit, is you push past your limits.
On one hand, I applaud this dude for being a pretty positive force when it comes to working out. You know, he's pushing Blade to finish the exercise. He's not pushing Blade to like massacre himself. So on one hand, that's positive. On the other hand, Blade disappeared for like 5 minutes after pushing this sled for like, I don't know, 30 feet, and then looked like he was gonna die. And then this dude added 20 more pounds to the thing. He's gonna have him go to whole distance. I'm not sure that's gonna work out super well. I'm gonna play it in its entirety from Blade starting to its ending, and it's like almost 3 minutes. Almost 3 minutes of him trying to get through. So let's see.
Go. Come on. High knees. Push it. Come on. Come on. High knees. High knees. Go. Go. Go, Blade. Don't give up. Don't give up. Let's go. Come on. You've got this, Blade. You've got this. Everyone is supporting you right now. You are not going to fail them. Okay? No. Keep going, Blade. Keep going. You are not stopping. You are not stopping. If you need to go slower, you can go slower. But you are going to push. No, Blade, keep going. You can go slow. Come on. You got this. Breathe. Breathe. Hands above your head. Hands above your head. Good job, Blade. Good job. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. In. Out. In. Let's go. Let's go. Show them you want it. Show them you want it. Let's go. Good job. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got this, Blade. You got this. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Push as hard as you can go. Let's go. Come on. They're supporting you. They're telling you don't give up. No. Do you see how far you have left, Blade? Push yourself. You've got this. Keep going. Step by step. One foot in front of the other. Do not give up on yourself. Do not. No. Push. Come on. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Come on. You are so close, Blade. You are so close. Come on. Come on. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Done. You're done. That is my man. That is my man.
My man collapses at the finale. You know, he's working hard to get there. And I know it's really easy to just point and laugh and be like, haha, he can't even push the sled. And in fairness, I mean, I'm 6'3", so pushing the sled was always one of my least favorite things, because in order to push it consistently, you have to get really good leverage on it. And typically, if you're shorter and stouter, it's easier to push it. Blade's obviously not tall, and he's also big. And part of it too is that he's constantly sitting. He never like is standing consistently, and he's never bending consistently. So like all this combined, you can see his calves are like completely withered away, sign of alcoholism. So like he has no force when he's pushing his leg down to push forward on the sled. So it's after like 20 feet of him pushing, he's like exerted all of his energy. So like he doesn't have anything left to really push. He powers through though. You have to give him some credit, I guess. He powers through at the very least to be able to get to the finish line. However, we're going to follow that up with this trainer guy doing it, and we're going to see what a normal person looks like doing it. In fairness, this guy's like 20 something, low 20s. Blade's like 15 years older than him. So add 30 seconds to the time that it takes him to finish it from one side to the other.
Go.
So you can see him slowing down a little bit as time goes on. So like lambasting Blade, maybe not the appropriate approach here, possibly. You can also say you need like high knees to push it because you're getting that leverage. So I understand. I see it. You know, Blade, I'm not gonna lambast you for this one. I'll lambast you for being a threat to society and to women in general, but for pushing a sled, I'll give you a pass. You can just hear all the bile and sludge trying to come out of his body. I mean, just envision it. Blade has never exercised. This man has been smoking Newports and drinking Jaeger, consistently overflowing himself for years. You know, you can't even fathom the idea of his like lungs trying to facilitate air throughout his body. It's preposterous. And it's like his soul is trying to escape him from the inside. It's like evac. There's no Jaeger shots in here. You know, it's a shame that they didn't have text-to-speech turned on. You know, I'm sure that they last like 5 seconds before they would get kicked out. I'm also shocked that nobody like called in something dangerous on the building, because I'm sure finding this location probably wasn't too hard to do. So either way, he's getting healthier, guys. Come on, that coughing's normal when you first start exercising. For real, figure it out, dudes. I just like these clips that show Blade walking around. It's like I'm in some like alternate reality because it's always from his perspective, at least when he's moving, you know. So he's filmed when he's sitting down plenty by other people, but when he's moving, you rarely ever see this angle. It's a lost artifact, and I have to archive it, you know. I'm an archaeologist after all. For all these locales, it has to be documented that we saw Brian Rizzo's back sauntering to the drinking fountain.
My legs were full of fire.
Get your legs a little further out. That might help. Good.
Yeah.
45 seconds.
What? Shut up.
Oh, wait. 30. Sorry.
Let's go.
No, get back down. 15. 10. 5. 4. No, get up.
Yeah, I got it. I did it.
The leg sores are on real display here. It's looking real bad. And the dude didn't really help him out to start out with, to teach him how to do a wall sit. His like legs are sitting too far back, so his like knees are over the top of where his feet are, so he's not gonna get a good balance. He's also gonna like overstrain his muscles unnecessarily. Either way, he's cheating throughout it. On one hand, I don't mind wall sits. It's actually one thing that I know a lot of people hate. For me personally, not that big of a deal. I never minded them too much, but time does tick slower when you're doing things like this, or like planking, or anything that you need to time yourself for. When you're working out, it is moving slow as molasses, and Blade learned that the hard way. You know, he had to give up at the very end, and he sits sort of in a puddle of shame at the very end of that workout.
Let's go, Blade. You need a hand up? Hands above your head. Hands above your head.
We've all been there before, working out, struggling to get back up off the ground. That's why you should never go to the ground when you work out, because you might not be able to get back up. I'm just more impressed that we never saw Blade's ass fall completely out of his shorts. That's a miracle in of itself. I'm shocked that that didn't happen. We're getting close here. Getting a little peeksy poo there, a little peeky, but unfortunately we don't get the whole shebang.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I heard you talking. Man, I was about to go. I was like, no, I got to do a little more now. Man, y'all working.
See, when I train somebody, I don't let them quit. I don't let them quit.
No, you got me
Look,
fired up.
look
man.
how many people, 637 people watching him right now.
Hey, man, you got this, man. You got
He's
this.
got 637 people
Damn.
behind his back right now.
Hey, make that 638 right here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, man, I see you.
I appreciate it.
Blade's little side eye. He's like paranoid, you know. He's afraid of any interaction with somebody in public. He just doesn't know how it's gonna go. You know, this poor innocent dude is cheering on this guy without having any knowledge of who Blade actually is, the complete degenerate he actually is. But he's throwing his support behind him. In fairness, I was in the chat during these moments. I was throwing out LOL. I was throwing out he's dying. I was throwing out he can't finish. You know, I'm a detractor. I'm a hater, may I say. But it gives me a good laugh, and for that, I'm grateful.
All right, let me do a little send off. Guys, I'll be live in a little bit, doing some IRL, doing something, but we're definitely gonna work out tomorrow as well. Thank you for all the encouragement. Thank you.
He's coming back to the gym, and the next morning, hey, at least he's showing some consistency. That's better than I can say at the very least for right now. But the IRL stream later, I think the one that follows this is the one that I referenced previously, where it's like a 15-hour stream where he is the sober one. Sounds like a nightmare. Sounds like something I don't really want to watch, and so I won't. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this Blade update. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment, tell me how much you could lift compared to Blade. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.